All right, let's take this last caller for the day. People's Politics, what do the people have to say?
Yes, sir. I'd like to ask the gentleman running for mayor a question.
Okay.
No offense intended, but does he really think people are going to take him serious, not dressed in a suit and dressed in a pair of overalls?
Well, I'd rather be comfortable than an empty suit like Kinky Friedman might want to call them. I'm not talking about suits or anything, but I'd rather be who I am than pretend I'm somebody that I'm not.
And do you get that type of response often?
Not after you talk to me a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I've seen a couple of debates. I haven't seen you at any of the debates. Have you had any interactions with your competition? And if so, what have they been like?
Pretty good. I've had all the candidates. I've ran into them at forums. At some of the forums, all of them were there. And the forums would be different according to who was running them and what the questions were, but I've been competitive in my answers, and they've been impressed with my answers, and I've brought a lot to the debate because I'm pushing ideas, and my goal is to make sure that the positive ideas that I create are adapted, or at least some of them.
And just like the caller was saying before, since, there's a little bit of, I guess, judging a book by its cover by some people in the community, what all are you doing to engage the people more so they can talk to you and really understand what your platform is?
I'm going out and meeting people all over the place. I've talked to policemen about my ideas about, I went down to George R. Brown trying to find Peter Brown. I was going to look at his stuff and talk to him, engage him on a more personal level and off the platform. He was promoting his Blueprint Text Houston program, and I wanted to get more detail of it. I wanted to critique it. That does not mean criticize or ridicule, but to give him what my idea is. Anyway, I ran into special ops down there, and there's some heavily armed police, and I talked to them about my goals for I told them I was running for mayor. I had this humorous T-shirt that I made in 2001 that said "Flush City Hall." I'm over City Hall with a plunger and a big wrench and big buildings around. It gets good for a laugh. It gets people's attention. It starts them talking. And these policemen are looking at me like that. And then they said, "Well, what are you going to do about the homeless?" That's the first thing they asked. And then I started talking about the mental health court. And I told them, I said, I'm not reinventing the wheel.
Well, I hate to
this program's working in other places than it work here.
I hate to cut you off, but we're running real short on time. I want to first off thank you for coming on People's Politics, and as we like to extend that invitation for you to come to our pre-election spectacular as well. So we hope you'll come back for that as well. But right now, Sir Nemesis Truth for Caesar, Miss Franchelle, Frank Torrey. This is People's Politics. We'll be back next Monday, same time. Don't forget, Friday nights, 410 Main Street, right there on the corner of Main and Preston. Free to the public. Come in. Have a good time. Poetry, live music. Doesn't cost you anything to get in. Have a good time. This is People's Politics. Mr. Luis Ralph Ullrich Jr.
Thank you. I'm the only junior on the ballot.
So keep that in mind when you get into the election. Early voting starts in 2 weeks, people. Today was the last day to vote. To register to vote. So it's too late now. So hopefully you already did that. We'll see you at the election. It's People's Politics. We'll see you next time.